Once I got past the disconnect between the verses and chorus, I did start to enjoy it a bit. Not gonna lie, that payoff to that pre-chorus took all the wind out of my sails the first time, but it was overall okay. It really is just the instrumental I have a problem with. Everything else to do with the song is perfectly fine. Somehow I knew within the first few seconds this song would live and die by its drop. It's alive, but it's on life support.
It's my summer.
I'll admit, I have serious issues with copious amounts of repetition in a song, and this is just towing a line of making me go nuts. Admittedly, the main reason I'm doing this series is to see if they can equal this song in my mind. It's gonna be a tough task, but I hope they'll at least come close. I try to never say this, but this is genuinely just noise to me. Listening to this one actually took as much physical effort as doing bicep curls with weights that I know I can't lift. I mean, it's not as hard to listen to as some of the other stuff we've gone through this point, so that's something. So is this album really just wannabe with a whole bunch of filler? It sure is looking that way. I tend to judge albums based on how much I enjoy listening to them, but every so often you get an outlier like this one where I can acknowledge that it's at least lively, but I'm not having any fun listening to it. At the rate we're going, ITZY for 24 hours sounds like a fucking punishment. Really starting this album off with a bang. Here's hoping this isn't another It's Me situation where it's just the first song and a bunch of filler. I'm really loving the energy this is starting off with. Just keep it up, please. I honestly thought the buildup was going to cause the chorus to fall flat on its face, but it didn't. I liked it quite a bit, actually. There are times when this can get a bit repetitive, but there was enough going on to the point where it wasn't grating. Don't have a ton to say. It's just a really solid foot tapper. You know, after last week's selection, I was a bit worried for the rest of the series and how it would all turn out. This album is giving me hope for the rest of it. I can already tell there's some important context with this one that would anger a shit ton of people if I botched it, so I'm not even gonna try to guess it.
I'm the mafia.
Still cultural appropriation, still don't care enough to make a fuss. Vibing so hard I can't make jokes. It's a staple for me at this point. I don't get it. The energy was there last week, it just wasn't nearly as infectious as this. I want to give this song props specifically for forcing me to shelve the Will Smith joke I had in my head just so I can mention how much I actually like it. They took a pretty interesting direction with this one, and I'm inclined to say I like it at least a little bit. Honestly, I'm glad the song was as long as it was. Any longer and it would have started getting annoying. A decent change of pace to round off this album, and one of the more overall positive review sessions I've had in what feels like a long time. Honestly, I don't really know what to think about this one. It's good that it's looking more and more likely that the first three albums being bad was just a fluke. A bit repetitive for my taste, but it's overall okay. They don't have many songs like this one, but I can confidently say that I've liked all of them so far.
I am just 20. 2020. Ooh, ooh.
Just be ready. All this optimism about being 20 disappears in a few years. Trust me, I know.
You like a boombox. Boom, boom. 내 맘은 hot track. Shoo, shoo.
It felt like there was a lot going on, and it made it a tad hard to listen to for me.
느껴봐 모두 꺼내볼게. 들어봐 어때 자신 있어.
The main instrument used is a cowbell. Respectfully, that is a bad choice for a song called Gas Me Up.
Nah, nah, yeah. Everybody's gonna love somebody.
I think it's alright. Nothing extraordinary, just a solid track.
챙겨. 필요 없는 기본적이다 던져.
It feels like we've gotten to a point where ITZY are finding their footing with a sound that actually kind of works for them.
I know. 매일 듣고 싶지만.
Took a few extra listens to this one, not gonna lie, I enjoy this one quite a lot.
버튼이 갈 때마다 have my board.
Solid foot tapper, this one. I like it.
I want more than spice, spice. How do you want it? 이만큼.
Not the direction I thought they'd take with it, but it was okay nonetheless.
Put my stickers on. 하나 둘 ready get set go.
Not gonna lie, this really isn't the reintroduction I wanted after a few weeks off. I could definitely see why the fandom doesn't like this one.
I'm a race.
I'd say it's fine, but it's nothing that I would come back to.
Baby. I know what I want. I know what I want. I know what I want.
I see we're slipping back toward the first albums in terms of quality.
We free falling up down.
Can this not be a pattern for the future, please?
3, 6, 5, 9, thinking about it. 5, 5.
This album has gone from alright to a complete slog to sit through in record time. It felt like nice parting words before I put this album back on the shelf and never acknowledge it again.
Blah, blah. 캐치하지 못하던 멈추어. No, 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 I'm on my way.
2 words. Sensory overload. I barely even know what I'm listening to anymore. I actually took my headphones off mid-song. The bar just keeps getting lower and lower. Finally, some good fucking food. At least it wasn't total garbage. And we end on straight mid, but it feels like that's an improvement at this point. Hey, we're halfway through. If you made it this far, you should consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I make reviews like this every week, and doing this will both help me keep going and keep you notified when new reviews come out. It was a lot more of a low-key start than I expected. I actually didn't mind it. Any fans of theirs in the comments want to step up and try defending this one? Because, wow, that was dreadful.
It's none of my business, none of my business, none of my business.
Nah, I thought it was passable. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm ready. 항상 같은 식인 걸.
I have no strong feelings on this one. It doesn't really speak to me, but it also doesn't do anything offensive enough to push it down any tiers. Really like when songs like this just come out of nowhere, especially if it's after a whole bunch of meh. Okay, this goes unbelievably hard. Almost difficult to believe that this was saddled to the back half of an overall pretty middling album. One thing I can give ITZY is that they consistently have fucking awesome title tracks. I very rarely touch on specifics since these are technically first impression reviews, but I really like the lyrics to this song and just how overall, well, sweet it sounded. Not exactly one I'd reach for, but I wouldn't turn it off either, so basically it's fine.
Come on, look at my smile. Always looking fine, 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 fine.
I don't necessarily enjoy the repetition in the chorus, but everything else about it was pretty good, so I can excuse it.
No, I don't need your help to make me sick, to make me
It's certainly not the worst thing BB's ever done. I feel like that's the best I can give it, but also this video made me have to listen to BB Rexa, and that is a pretty damnable offense, not gonna lie.
I'm a superpower. Superpowers. I'ma get you.
It's a pretty standard ITZY song in the grand scheme of their entire discography so far.
Yeah, let's turn it up now. Born to be.
Shit, if I would have known this album would start with straight heat, I would have done this way sooner.
Here we go now. I'm untouchable.
There was so much unremarkable in the middle parts of this series that it made me completely ignore that their highs are pretty damn high. Great start so far. Don't let your foot off the gas.
Boom, boom.
I expected a bit more of a macabre aesthetic from the title, but I'll admit that the direction they went with this was at least interesting. This one was hard to get a read on. Like, it's got a whole bunch of elements that I normally love, but it's all combined in a way that just doesn't click for me. Starting this run of solo songs with an absolute banger that sets an incredibly high bar for everybody else. It's hard for me to put into words what I think of this song. Not for better or for worse, it's just kind of confusing. Nice key change, though.
Okay, run away from me.
They're really not making choosing a favorite member easy. Yes, I am using these solos to help me choose a favorite member. I'm trying to think of a more long-winded way to say I really like this one.
Like a fever.
Man, they each really put their best foot forward on these solos. It's gonna be really tough to choose a favorite based on these ones alone.
Escalators! Yeah, I'll go in my rhythm. Say no to Algorhythm.
The song is fine for what it is, but I can't help but feel like it wasn't intended for ITZY. I mean, it does that vocal splicing thing I don't like, but the rest of it is unremarkable enough for me to just ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist.
It's like
I can't really say with a full chest that I enjoyed this one. Something about the extremely sudden tonal change from the intro really threw me off.
you know
This one is fine. Nothing I'd reach for, but something I definitely wouldn't skip.
Bad girls are us. Bad girls are us.
Somehow nearly everything after the first verse was damn good. Really do wish there would have been a bit more effort put into the chorus, though.
I want something supernatural.
It's barely in the same realm as a lot of their other truly great songs sound-wise, but it still manages to rank pretty damn highly for me. Another one I'd categorize as just fine. It honestly sounds super basic for some reason. Like, if I were to describe what a K-pop song sounded like, I'd describe something that sounds a lot like this.
Good tomorrow, I'm walking my way.
I hope that Changbin would have stolen the show on this one, but the entire song left me wanting a bit more. Okay, why do they continue to try deviating from this sound when it works so goddamn well for them? There are so many songs in this discography that would be so much better if they sounded closer to this.
I bet you wanna know how we look this good like. Comic center, someone else.
Some of the choices made for the chorus instrumental are interesting, but it doesn't really detract from the rest of the song too much.
Whispers in your ear, I'll repeat.
I have to stop coming into these individual songs with any expectations whatsoever. If there were any song in this video that should have been delivered with the cojones that only ITZY can deliver, it's this one. Another one of those slower lyrical songs I can't fully enjoy because I don't speak the damn language. I love those.
Walk. Yeah, that's me. Walking.
The song's relatively alright, but I can't say it's exactly what I expected either. Well, to be fair, I would probably crap my pants if ITZY dropped a fucking Pantera cover. Special thanks to these people below. If you want to see your name on this list, then come support me at patreon.com/music with some random dumbass.